Welcome on this beautiful July 11th. Thank you so much for joining us at our One World Spiritual Center online gathering. I am so grateful that you're here. I hope you can sense how beautiful it is in this yard. We've just had a rain. You may hear some thunder in the background. And everything is so fresh. It's sunny. The birds are singing. I hope as you watch, you can get a sense of the beauty and the vitality and just the loveliness of this scene. I know you can hear the birds singing, and they surely bring so much to our online gatherings. I want to give a special welcome to anyone who is watching or listening for the first time. Thank you so much for joining us. So we have a great gathering for you today. We are starting on our series on how we connect with the sacred. And our guest speaker today is Maggie Winfrey from Contemplative Atlanta. And she has a wonderful talk on centering prayer, and I know you will enjoy it. She's got some gorgeous slides in addition in this talk, and I know that you will enjoy it, and that's coming up. We also have some great One World music. We have the chance to bless our kids. We have the opportunity to join together in reflection and some contemplation ourselves. And all in all, we simply have the opportunity to come together and be the beloved community that we are. So as we move forward, let's just take a breath, as we do at the beginning of all our gatherings, and just bring our awareness to this moment. There is so much stuff going on in the world, in our minds, in our busy lives. And for a second, we just lay it aside and we form the intention to be here right now, to bring our focus and our willingness to participate right here and right now. So take a breath and simply just relax in your chair wherever you're seated. Listen to those beautiful birds. And simply smile. It is a beautiful day, and we are so lucky to be here right now. And so as we move forward into our gathering, I'd like to share with you a lovely invocation on joy and on beauty by an unknown author. So I invite you to listen. Creator, give me joyful eyes for joyful nature. May I be alive to the gentle influences of this day, which bring new experiences to all who may receive them. And may I serve life by unfolding to others the love of truth, the love of good, and the love of beauty. And so it is. So we move forward today in this gathering for the rest of the day in that awareness of love and truth and beauty. And so with that, I'm thrilled to bring you our opening song. Please enjoy.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know. Be still and know Be still, I know that I am. Be still, I know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know.
And so this is our opportunity in our gathering to join together in reflection and in prayer, joining our hearts and our light and our love together in support of ourselves, our beloved, our community, and the greater world. This is a time when we send out our energy and our love to all beings so that all may be well, all may be at peace, all may be at ease. And so I invite you to take a deep breath, letting your awareness move down from your busy mind to your heart space, where they say the human and the divine mix. Feeling your heart open and warm and soften as we prepare to join our light and our love together just in silence, in contemplation, in support, in prayer. So take a deep breath. Feel that gratitude, feel that willingness, feeling that deep joy which accompanies our connection to the sacred. Sweet Spirit, Mother, Father, Creator, we are grateful for this right now, for this time together, for the light and the love of each person watching or listening. May all be blessed. May all be joyful. May all be happy and at peace. We are grateful for the opportunity to be here right now, bringing our gifts and our love to each other, to our communities, and to our world. We again commit to being the hands and the voice and the feet of the holy here, right now, bringing comfort, bringing compassion, bringing love, shining our lights to a world in need. We are grateful, and so it is. And together we say, Amen. If you have a beloved on your heart right now, or an upcoming situation or challenge or anything going on in your life which is on your heart right now, and you know what it is, let it rest in your awareness for a moment as we bring it to our loving circle, as we release these cares to the one who makes a way out of no way. Sometimes when we cannot see over these horizons, we simply rest, we breathe, we listen for that voice that shows us a way. So let's take a moment, just for a few seconds, and let our beloved, or whatever circumstances in our awareness, let them simply rest right there, knowing that they are heard, knowing that healing and renewal is coming. Creator God, we release to you our beloved, our challenges, our difficulties, all those circumstances of our lives through which we sometimes do not know how to navigate. We know we do not walk alone. We know that we are uplifted and empowered whenever we are willing to reach out our hands and know that comfort is there, know that we are surrounded at each moment by the holy, that every step we stand on sacred ground. We ask for comfort, for strength, for peace. We ask that our highest and our best, and that for our beloved, unfold, so that all may be protected and uplifted and well. And we widen the circle to include all beings, those neighbors we know, those neighbors around the world whom we will never meet, our beloved, whoever and wherever. We ask that all may live in peace, that minds may be healed, that we may live in community. We ask that our differences strengthen us and not divide us. We ask for wisdom for our leaders, for patience and courage and hope for all people. May we know that we are one. May we uplift each other. May compassion and kindness and love spread through our efforts and through the efforts of all peace-loving people. May all be well, uplifted, and whole. And so it is. And together we say, Amen. I'd like to close our prayer time with the Bodhisattva Prayer for Humanity. It is a beautiful prayer. It's by Shantideva, who was a Buddhist sage around 700 of the Common Era. I am told that this is a prayer which His Holiness the Dalai Lama prays every morning. And so I invite you to take a deep breath and simply take it in. It's a beautiful prayer for all of humanity, that we all may be bodhisattvas, caring and loving and sustaining each other. May I be a guard for those who need protection, a guide for those on the path, a boat, a raft, a bridge for those who wish to cross the flood. May I be a lamp in the darkness, a resting place for the weary, a healing medicine for all who are sick, a vase of plenty, a tree of miracles, and for the boundless multitudes of living beings, may I bring sustenance and awakening, enduring like the earth and sky, until all beings are freed from sorrow and all are awakened. Until all beings are freed from sorrow and all are awakened. That is our path. That is our joyful task. And so now I would like to spend a minute introducing our guest speaker, Maggie Winfrey from Contemplative Outreach. After Maggie, and I'm reading it because it's a bio that she sent me, and I just want to make sure I get it right. She's got a wonderful bio, a wonderful background, and you will hear a little bit more about it during her talk. So after Maggie came to the States for college from her birthplace, the Panama Canal Zone, she co-founded a kindergarten, she established an art program, and she taught children to read in Catholic and public schools for 35 years. A contemplative for 46 years, Maggie has guided adult spiritual enrichment classes, retreats, and contemplative groups, and she still does so. A commissioned presenter of contemplative outreach centering prayer introductory workshops, she is the chapter coordinator of Contemplative Outreach Atlanta, as well as the Atlanta representative for the International Thomas Merton Society. Her talk, Two Thomases, Merton and Keating, Leading Us to Transformation, has recently been released on Contemplative Outreach Atlanta's YouTube channel. I attended that lecture and it was wonderful, and I so encourage you to get on Contemplative Outreach Atlanta's YouTube channel and watch that presentation. Her current writing projects include poetry and bringing contemplation and the wisdom of the mystics to everyday audiences. And so with that, I invite you to enjoy our special music, followed by a talk by Maggie Winfrey on centering prayer. Please enjoy.
Teach me to pray. My heart is open wide. My cares are swept away. Oh Spirit, teach me to pray. Wash my grief away, healing this silent space. Oh Spirit, teach me to live in grace. Teach me love unconditionally. Heart open up, oh Spirit, teach me love. Teach me to pray.
Hi, my name is Maggie Winfrey. I'm here to tell you a story, how I changed my life. 46 years ago, I was in a miserable state. I had lost my daughter to sudden infant death syndrome. My marriage was failing. My husband's alcoholism was reaching the point of no return. My 2 preschool sons needed stability and love, and I had no way to support us financially. Everything was sliding in the wrong direction. I was religious. I went to church, where priests told me there was a God who loved me unconditionally. But I didn't know what that meant. They might as well have been describing an imaginary friend in a language I didn't speak. I tried to find God, praying every day. But it was like tossing paper airplanes into a tornado. My plan for a happy life was crumbling all around me. Then everything changed. One afternoon, I put my young sons down for naps and sat on the floor in front of my bed. I had dug out my old Bible from storage and looked up a few passages I'd heard on a program I'd attended the night before. I don't remember what they were, but I read one a few times and then closed my eyes and settled my awareness, with each breath sinking a little more into stillness. Then suddenly it happened. I was plunged into a hidden place of consciousness within myself. Physically, I was still there at the foot of the bed, but behind my closed eyes I saw a golden light. I was thrust into a new realm of perception, where I felt love and protection surging through me. the Holy Spirit reached across the chasm of my scattered sense of being and flooded me with love. I knew then that I was cherished. I knew God within me. I felt love as the essence of my true self. Wow, what was that? I asked myself as I emerged. It has taken me years to be able to digest the experience that day and the all-encompassing impact it would have on my life. The gist of it is that God broke through the cloud of misunderstanding to show me that I am deeply loved, as I am, and invited me to accept the amazing adventure ahead for me as a beloved child of God. Some people call it the phenomenon, the tumbling into the deepest point of your being, a trapdoor experience. It can be different for everyone. For me, it's my connection to God. For others, it's tapping into a unified relationship between all things. And for some people, it's their link to the essence of true peace. It was only years after my own trapdoor experience that I discovered a community of people who harness this practice to seek their closeness with God. They call it contemplation. One of the most well-known practitioners was a 20th century Trappist monk named Thomas Merton, who opened the world to contemplation through his prodigious writing. He revived an ancient method begun in the early church, used to seek closeness to God. He first taught it to his monks, and lay people picked it up later. I've learned it, and I'm here to invite you to experience it too, so you can open yourself to your true spiritual self. As Merton said, contemplation is the reason for our existence, as the highest expression of our intellectual and spiritual life. It generates personal, sacred experiences that bond our relationship with God. For me, accepting the invitation allowed me to reverse my life's course from disaster to true happiness. I was called by God. I had a thirst, a pull within me that I knew was real, and the answer to fulfilling that yearning was simply learning how to use the right tools. It doesn't seem easy, and for many of us, it never seems to be the right time to make a real commitment. Most of us are bombarded with busy schedules, responsibilities, ambitions, worries, and tragedies. Where does this inner calling fit into our own chaos? Shouldn't we deal with our real problems first? It just so happens that one of the most well-known Christian mystics had the same problem. St. Augustine was a brilliant speechwriter for a Roman emperor in the 4th century CE. He was making tons of money and living a luxurious life. He also hated his job and thought his boss, the emperor, was a fool. He was miserable. He too heard the divine call, but he kept putting it off. How many of us feel lost like Augustine? We may pray, but intimacy with God that we hear so much about appears forever out of reach. Others may have caught a glimpse of the closeness, but don't know how to make it a permanent part of their lives. Still others may want to get big things out of the way first, getting the kids through school, buying lakefront property, achieving partner status. But here's the thing. The happiness that we're looking for doesn't have anything to do with these external things. We can't reach it on the outside. As Augustine discovered, it's inside. While we don't know exactly what happened, we do know that he changed his life once he found out how to connect with God within. He addressed God. Lo, you were within, But I, outside, seeking there for you, upon the shapely things you have made, they held me back from you. You were with me, but I was not with you. What is this inner realm that Augustine found? We have different levels of awareness. The first is what's going on around us. It's the guy in front of us in traffic, and the song on the radio, and the growling of our stomach, and the endless list of things running around in our head. The second level is spiritual awareness. It's the awe we feel in an ancient forest, or the hushed grip on our heart as we smell the incense entering a sacred space, or the penetrating peace we get from a mindfulness exercise. This level is accessed by our minds, imaginations, images, and words. But wait, there's more. Most people don't know about the inner level we can reach. It goes beneath the surface of everyday perception, to a different place, to our center where our true self is with God. Thinking or imagining is not how we access it. Contemplation is how we get there. It is resting in silence in God. Merton describes this as le point vierge, a virgin point. He says, "At the center of our being is a point of nothingness which is untouched by sin and by illusion, a point of pure truth, a point or spark which belongs entirely to God. This little point of nothingness and of absolute poverty is the pure glory of God in us. It is, so to speak, His name written in us as our poverty, as our indigence, as our dependence, as our son-daughtership." On that afternoon, so long ago, when I discovered how to look for God within, everything changed. Like Augustine, I had been miserable, but now the only thing I knew was that I had to continue spending time every day becoming close to God. I looked for someone to help me understand more, but nobody knew what I was talking about. Still, I kept practicing every day. Unconditional love was now something I knew, and that couldn't be taken away from me. My life began to change slowly. Gifts flowed to me. My ability to see things clearly sharpened as the fog lifted. Connecting with God healed my sorrow, strengthened me, and gave me courage. I was not alone. God has always been with me. I just hadn't realized it before. Armed with this new knowledge that I was a beloved of God, I was able to see what was important. And decisions I struggled with before became easy. Clarity allowed me to leave my husband and become a sole provider for my sons. Taking risks challenged me on the outside, while strength and wisdom flowed from the inside. As my sons and I began our new life together, contemplation gave me energy to tackle challenges that had seemed daunting before. I was soon teaching children full-time while going to graduate school and providing a loving, stable home. Incredible gifts emerged from the fire that God kindled in my heart. Contemplation enabled me to see my sons grow to become wonderful adults. I am blessed by them and their partners. Contemplation gave me power as I taught children to read through the years. Today, it is my lifeline where I sit in silence with God 3 or 4 times each day. And what's best is I'm just getting started. It's not just me. There are over 1,200 of us in Atlanta and northern Georgia who practice contemplation using a tool called centering prayer that was created by 3 other Trappist monks who were monastic brothers of Merton. We're part of an international organization called Contemplative Outreach. When we practice centering prayer, we use 4 guidelines. I will read them to you. Number 1, choose a sacred word as a symbol of your intention to consent to God's presence and action within. Number 2, sitting comfortably and with eyes closed, settle briefly and silently introduce the sacred word as the symbol of your consent to God's presence and action within. Number 3, when engaged with your thoughts, return ever so gently to the sacred word. Thoughts include body sensations, feelings, images, and reflections. Number 4, at the end of the prayer period, remain in silence with eyes closed for a couple of minutes. You can pursue this practice alone, but like anything you want to get better at, we find that it really helps to do it in groups. That's why we conduct weekly centering prayer sessions in small groups, both in person and on Zoom, where we can contemplate together and feel the love flow among us. We invite you to join us. You can find our Atlanta chapter on our website here. If you'd like to learn more, become part of a group, or join one of our events. I'd like to end by getting back to Augustine. He wasn't ready for the change when it happened, but when it did, he was able to end his fruitless search for closeness to God through external things. In his words, it was as simple as looking within. Now we have the same tool in contemplation to achieve all that ourselves. It's on the inside. Now we know where to look. Let's accept the invitation God extends to us. Come, my lovely one, my beloved, come.
I hope you enjoyed that wonderful talk. Those slides were just beautiful, and her talk to me was so inspirational and straight to the heart. Contemplative Outreach is open to anybody who wants to join a group. They have many here in the Atlanta area. So I invite you to go to the website and find out a little more about this form of a contemplative practice. So this is our opportunity in our gathering to give our gifts and our offerings in support of One World. And as I say every week, thank you so much. It is entirely because of your generosity that we are able to bring you the programs that we do, such as speakers like today, or our Wednesday night group, or our kids program, or our morning meditation. Anything we do is entirely because of your commitment, your vision, and your willingness to support this organization. So thank you so much. We accept these tithes and these offerings, and we bless them. We commit them to the ongoing work of One World as we bring the messages of compassion and peace and love to the world using the images and the richness of the world's enduring faith traditions. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your ongoing generosity. You can easily donate to One World. Just go to our website, click on the Giving tab at the top, then the Donate link, and then this page will appear. And as you can see, there is a large Donate Now button in the center. That will take you to our giving app called Tithely. Or you can send a check to the address shown in the center of the page. Or you can also give using the PayPal link. Again, thank you so much for your continued generosity and support. We have one announcement today. On Wednesday, July 28th, we will be playing an interspiritual trivia game during our community circles. So save the date and come and test your knowledge. Feel free to get your own team together, or we can create the teams that night. We hope you will join us, as this will be a very fun night. And if you do not have our Zoom meeting information, email or call us so that we can get that information right out to you. See you there.
So let's take a minute and focus on our kids. Our youth director, Reverend Rebecca Johnson, tells me that this week our kids are exploring the light of unity. They are discussing how unity is one of the most important needs of the world today. Many thanks to Reverend Rebecca for all that she brings to our program, and to each one of our kids for everything that each one of them brings as well. So let's bless them. Let's tell them we see the divine in them, that we love them, that we are proud of them. And so together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divine in each and every one of you. And now, as we move forward into our closing song and our closing pictures, I would like to say thank you so much for being here. I hope you have enjoyed our gathering. Please come back next Sunday. Our speaker is going to be Reverend Chris Kell. She's going to be talking about healing, a wonderful topic, and I know that is a topic of interest to all of us. So I look forward to seeing you for that. I hope you have a blessed and a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Thanks so much.
Hit it, boys. Let there be peace. I understand for peace. Let there be love. I understand for love. Let there be joy. I understand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. Peace. I understand for peace. Let there be love. Love. I understand for love. Let there be joy. Joy. I understand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. All right. Have a great week, everybody, and we will see you next time, same place, same time.